Honeybunches, welcome back to another video. So I was gonna catch up with you in a vlog, but I thought it's actually quite a bit to maybe fill you in on, so why not let's do full credit to Kira Rose, whose idea or concept I think this was originally, but like a monthly recap, even though it's not the end of November, just like the last week of October, and then as much as November as has passed already has been pretty filled with things. So I guess to start off with what the heck I've been up to, I finished uni for the year in about like the 20th of October. And I didn't have exams this year because it just so happened that the subjects I'm taking, the more sociological and film studies subjects, just have like more essays and assessments during semester. Boring, but yeah, I didn't have any exams, so which is kind of scary because it means like I literally have 4 months before I go back, which is like a third of the year. That's a really long time. Anyway, really enjoyed my second semester. It went really well, and then I had like a stressy week of like I just wanted to get uni enrollment for next year sorted out, you know, what subjects you're taking, all the like technical ensuring you're actually going to graduate type details. There was also a bit of a stressful communication issue to communicate with the people I nanny for, to say that I would not like to continue nannying next year. So yeah, I'm not so great with telling people what they don't want to hear. Anyway, I did it, and then I've launched into writing the second cookbook, which I have mentioned in 2 videos now and a bit more on my Instagram. It's called the Hella Heavenly HBOT Home Cookery Cookbook. Has an emphasis on home cooking because I feel like that's my style. It's nothing too refined, but it's comforting nostalgia food with a whole foods focus, but you know, taking into account what tastes the best as well. So it's 32 recipes, but it has 2 recipes from the blog just because I don't want to print them out every time I not print them out, but just look at my phone every time I make them. So that's the banana bread and the pesto roasted cauliflower pasta. It's just for selfish reasons that I would like that in book form, so they're in it. And then there's 30 other brand new recipes. They're all vegan, they're all gluten-free as well, which I hope, you know, is really helpful for some people, because I feel like, as I say in the intro, the gluten-free vegan food, I think it's changing now, but it can be a bit like seaweed salad and not very, you know, nostalgic comforting type things, which, you know, we all deserve and I'm sure we all like on some level. So yes, it's hopefully filling a void in that way. For any of you who are gluten-free, but every like gluten-free instance there is an option to just make it with like regular flour. That's the only thing that would make it any different to any of my other recipes, which are generally gluten-free anyway. Well, not always, but anyway, blah blah blah. So I've been writing the cookbook. My brother is proofreading at the moment. It's currently Friday and I hope to send it off to be printed on Monday. So yeah, we're getting close, and hopefully, yes, as I've said, on videos, and I can be back on the train with videos, because turns out I'm really quite shit at balancing the two, but I've given it 110%. So for those of you who are interested in purchasing it in time for Christmas, hopefully you will really enjoy it. So apart from making the cookbook, recipe testing, designing it, all that sort of stuff, taking the front cover picture, which was a lot. I totally made that too tricky for myself, but it turned out really beautiful, so I'm happy that I put in the effort and made the abundance of recipes that was required to do that, and arranged it outside on a bed sheet. Oh no, yeah, the one, you can't really see it, the yellow one that's on my bed. Yeah, so apart from doing the cookbook stuff, been nannying on the side. I turned 21 last Friday, which wasn't a big deal, and I'm happy for it not to be. I don't think 21 felt like particularly scary, because for me turning 20 was, because you weren't a teenager anymore. I think most people actually would feel that way. A friend came around and she gave me this gorgeous painting that she'd done that I had admired at her place, Nicola, but then she gave it to me and I am so chuffed. I mean, so much. I love it to bits. We went out for dinner, had great Vietnamese food. If you ever have the option of going to a Vietnamese place and they have like a crunchy eggplant type thing, you should totally get it. My brother and my dad and I saw Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald the next day, which, well, there were like 3 people behind us who wouldn't stop talking the entire time, even after we all like told them to not, which definitely made the experience a bit below par. 2 things that aren't spoilers, but I will say, for those of you who have seen and want to discuss down below, I would love to. I thought it was like so fast paced. It just felt like it was rushing the entire time. I mean, fair enough, because there are so many characters and so much to get through, but then at the same time you're like, well, what really happened? But I think one thing just annoyed me as like a side effect, or as a consequence of it going like so fast, the pace, was that magic was like no longer a character. Like in the Harry Potter series, like I guess because it follows Harry and he hasn't grown up in that world and he's newly exposed to it, but every time magic is performed it's given like time of day. Whereas like in the opening sequence where Grindelwald moves from one prison to another, or does he, it's like just special effects in your face and you're like, oh, what's going on? We're all muggles, we don't know what spells that are being non-verbally delivered. I don't know. Anyway, I like it when you like hear a spell, you see it, and it's not taken for granted that, so it's not assumed, sorry, that the viewer is like a total Potterhead and knows all about magic. Another thing that I've been doing is I went to see quite a few, like 5 or 6 British Film Festival films when they were on here in Melbourne. I saw The Children Act with Emma Thompson, a film called Swimming with Men, The Happy Prince with Rupert Everett. Okay, I can't quite remember the others off the spot, but my favourite that I wanted to say, do watch it, or I might insert the trailer here, is Pincushion. It's the most beautiful, most affecting film I think I've ever seen. It's about like the effects of bullying and isolation and loneliness, and I don't think I've ever cried at a film so much. I just went by myself and I was like sobbing so much that it hurt. At the end, I pulled myself together, walked to my car and drove home, but then had to like pull over on the way home to cry a bit more because my brother's girlfriend was over, and yeah, I want it to look a little bit put together. Yeah, but it's really good. I'll play the trailer now or something.
Where are you from?
I don't know. I was abandoned as a baby, and this old hunchback lady found me in the forest and looked after me.
The bells, the bells, the bells.
She loved me and raised me, and then one day she walked me to the edge of the forest and set me free. Today's the day I get to meet my new friends.
I haven't seen you before. What's your name?
Iona. What did you do today?
I've been barn dancing.
Oi, new girl. Have you sucked cock?
Probably.
I'm Lynn. Can I need some friends?
I just wanted to say.
What have you done to yourself?
Makeup gives boys the wrong impression. One sign of lipstick. Behave like animals.
Iona! I just didn't know what to say. To participate was another mistake. Swerve your fate.
How do they do that? They're like making people unhappy.
Just stop it. Under the influence of the norm.
Don't worry, we'll take care of you.
So while I think the whole look at what I got for my birthday section of YouTube, or just look at these hauls, are really like consumerist and eek, I will say a few things of wonderful presents that I got for my 21st, just because you might be interested. And I know, you know, if you're following me or subscribing to me on Instagram, on YouTube, then chances are you like my aesthetic. Anyway, so I got these Vija runners, which I don't actually have because I've just exchanged them, so they're in the post, but I'll put a pic up or something. They're so nice. They're like a mixture of this blue sort of motley Hessian weave type thing, but it's not Hessian, it's just a weave, and black, so that'd go with everything, and they're really nice. I would highly recommend the online shop Avisu for vegan shoes if you haven't heard of it. It has like all the brands in one place and they ship worldwide, and it's a very handy resource if you're wondering where the heck do I buy vegan shoes, because there ain't a vegan shoe shop in my corner of the world. I hear you. And that website's really helpful. My grandma actually like totally scored on the cookbook front. She got me this cookbook called Family, which I will be doing a cookbook review from it. It's all vegetarian, and about half of the recipes like contain eggs in a way that you couldn't really replace them. Well, you'd have to kind of change the recipe quite a bit. You know, veganize it would be a little bit tricky, but the other half, bloomin' heck, she knows how to do veg, and it looks so good, even better than Deliciously Yellow. So I will do that in a cookbook review video. Cook about 10 recipes, and maybe it will be helpful for those of you who want to give it to like a vegetable inclined family member or friend who, or vegetarian person you know who's just a bit vegan hesitant, because they'll be, if they cook from it, they'll be making a lot of vegan food without even realizing. Anyway, it's a really beautiful cookbook. So yes, another thing that I got, which I'm really happy and excited to be used, especially on videos, is a like writing tablet. So you get a pen and you can easily transfer your handwriting into a, you know, paintbrush tool on your computer or whatever, laptop. Didn't explain that well, I think you know what I mean. That's really handy. And another thing I got was the whole 12 seasons of Friends. My brother went on Gumtree, which you probably have that worldwide, and yeah, anyway, he found that, which is totally top notch. Flame Boy. And one thing my mum made for me, which was really last minute, and I really appreciate it. I don't know, any gift that's like a personal touch. My mum made me a shoulder bag, and she like crocheted 2 little white flowers on it, and it's black and white cream, so it goes with everything, and it's really nice. And my other shoulder bag was just getting really ratty, so I really appreciated that. If I switch to more H-body stuff now, I guess the only news is that yes, the cookbook hopefully will be out in around early December, if not before, in time for you to buy it for Christmas if you so fancy. It will of course be available after then. Other news is that I bought these new packaging parcels, which are made out of recycled paper and are recyclable themselves. However, a bit of a boo-boo has arisen with that, in that they weigh a bit more than the bubble wrap paper, just the bubble wrap plastic envelopes that I had been using previously, which was a bit of a shock when I was wondering why am I losing money in the shipping front. It's because they're over the 250 gram threshold with these new envelopes. Gripping information once again. But this new cookbook it doesn't have that whole ingredients section information thing at the back. It's much more concise. Also, I'm actually really excited because it will probably be much cheaper to print, because about half of it is black and white, but don't let you put them that put you off, or like the colour photographs are of food. The design's really funky. I love it way more than the previous one, but it'll just be it's a much smarter choice. I've learned a lot from the first cookbook, and this one's way better on all fronts, but I'm thinking it'll hopefully be lighter, and then I can, because the other cookbook with this new envelope is like just over the 250 gram threshold, so hopefully that'll make shipping for all of us a whole lot better. Otherwise, I think I've just bought 100 of those envelopes for no reason, and it could be a big dilemma. Anyway, other HBOT news is that, which is sort of tied into with what I've been reading, sort of like from the 15th of October on, I reread the Harry Potter series, which was just I really want to look at a book, not a screen, because of studying overload and spending too much time on my laptop because of end of uni stuff. Yeah, I started reading it, and then, well, it actually has come quite in handy, because I had mentioned it before, but I do want to do a really comprehensive but vegan for either 7 or 8 of the Harry Potter films. I won't be on the books because, well, I'm just gonna stick with the film but vegan content. But yeah, some good background, more detailed reading before doing the but vegan series on the films I think is helpful. But that was just the best. If you haven't read Harry Potter for a long time, I hadn't read it since I was in year 9, and you forget a lot. It's just the best. It's such a good mental health help. So I don't think I'll be delivering the but vegan epic Harry Potter series before Christmas, but early New Year I think will probably be the go. Yes. Another HBOT related thing before I finish actually is that I made I was quite happy with it, a new profile picture. It was for the bio of the cookbook, but I'm kind of just using it for everything now. It involves flowers, a new dress I got from Olive Clothing, Olive Made, the UK brand. It's like black and white gingham, and it's long and it has pockets and it's very flattering, and yeah, so there's a new profile picture which you've probably already seen. And I think that's about all the updates I have to share with you, honey bunches. Thank you for listening. I'm sure I said anyway, but 10,000 times. I hope this finds you doing super well, and thank you for watching and for listening, and thanks for just making this HBOT community chug along even when I'm not on YouTube. I really found that to be the case this last month, and I'm really grateful for it. So hope you're doing well. Hope you have a nice festive run up to Christmas. Don't get too depressed through all the commercialism, buy things, advertising, and you stay calm and happy. Okie dokie, see you in the next video, which is hopefully super soon. Bye.